is Patricia. I'm here to read a verse with you. John chapter 6, verse 28 and 29. Then said they unto him, What shall we do that we might work the works of God? Jesus answered and said unto them, This is the work of God, that ye believe on him whom he hath sent. Now this lot had just been fed by Jesus. He had fed them with 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish. And they come after him. Maybe they were seeking him. They didn't know really that they were needed him for full satisfaction, or they were seeking him because they wanted another miracle. Whatever was the case, they came seeking Jesus. And this is the question they ask: what shall we do? What works will the Father have us do? What works will God have us do? And this question is asked by people in the world, sometimes even by believers. We ask ourselves, what shall I do to please God? What shall I do to be accepted by God? And this is the answer Jesus gives them. Jesus says, this is the work of God, that ye believe on him whom he hath sent. He's saying to the world, to the unbelieving, says, you have to believe in me. He's saying even to the church, to those who have already believed, you have to stick and adhere and rely on me. What is Jesus teaching us through this? Jesus is teaching us that, there is nothing in of ourselves that we can do to make things right with God. Jesus was the only one who would make things right with God. Jesus is the only one, and the way he did this was by taking our sin upon himself and being crucified and rising from the dead and ascending into heaven and sitting at the right hand of the Father. That is the basis by which we are accepted by God. That is the basis by which we can please God. That is the basis by which we come to God in faith. So Jesus is telling them, just like he told Nicodemus in John chapter 3, you must believe. You must be born again. And the way to be born again for the unbelieving world, for those who have not yet believed, is coming to Jesus in faith, declaring his lordship over all, his defeating of the grave, his defeating of all, and even his lordship over our lives. And that is essentially what Jesus is teaching here, that the only work that God the Father will have you do is believe. And how blessed is that? What a relief that that's the greatest work that God has us do, is just the believing. He says only believe. Amen.